What is up, guys? Welcome back. Another video, another day, episode 180. Gonna look at a few problems today. Probably stream for about an hour, doing some problems. So, yeah, check out a problem of the day. Look at some other stuff. But yeah. So yeah, my bad. Looking at my phone. Let me drink some water. But yeah, bro. Let's jump into it. Check out our problems. So we got fruit into baskets today. I believe I've solved that. Take a look. Llama, what's up, dude? What's up, dude? How you doing, man? So yeah, we have solved this problem. Let's jump back a few days. See what we missed over the weekend. Rearranging fruits. Pascal's triangle. Okay, so we solved this one. That was on Friday, I believe. Or Thursday? Shit, I don't know. Maybe Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. That was Thursday. Shit, we missed 3 days, dude. Jeez. I guess we'll look at this one. We have solved this problem. Hello, Lijan, dude. What's up, dude? Hi. Ethio Funny. What's up, guys? How you doing? Let's grab this here. Let's move this. Let's grab our Excali drawer here. Okay. Let's take a look. I believe, I haven't even read the problem, but I believe from memory, I think this is a greedy problem, but it's been a little while since I've done it. You're visiting a farm that has a single row of fruit trees arranged from left to right. The trees are represented by an integer array where fruit size, the type of fruit the ith tree produces. You want to collect as much fruit as possible. However, the owner has some strict rules that you must follow. What are these strict rules? Let's take a look. Let's put on some music here. Lo-fi. Some no copyright lo-fi, baby.
When emergency strikes, first responders are the first ones in. But on outdated networks,
okay. Alright. So we're given 2 baskets. Each basket can hold only a single type of fruit. There is no limit on the amount of fruit each basket can hold. Starting from any tree of your choice, you must pick exactly 1 fruit from every tree, including the star tree. While moving to the right, the picked fruits must fit in one of your baskets. Once you reach a tree with fruit that cannot fit in your baskets, you must stop. Given the array of fruits, return the maximum number of fruits you can pick. Okay, I gotta reread that again, dude, because that's like a little confusing. Let's see when we solve this problem. We solved it Jan 21st. I do remember doing it. I just don't remember how I did it. You have 2 baskets. Each basket can only hold a single type of fruit. Okay, so we're only given 2 baskets. A single type of fruit. There is no limit on the amount of fruit each basket can hold. Starting from any tree of your choice, you must pick exactly 1 fruit from every tree, including the start tree, while moving to the right. The picked fruit must fit in one of your baskets, but we can only hold... You only have 2 baskets. Each basket can hold a single type of fruit. Okay. Once you reach a tree with fruit that cannot fit in your baskets, you must stop. We can pick from all 3 trees. So we have 0, 1, 2, 2. We can pick from trees 1, 2, 2. If we had started at the first tree, we should only pick from trees 0, 1. Okay, I'm a little confused. Harsh manga. Are you a college student? If so, what year and how many Leetcodin problems have you done? Yeah, I am a college student. I've actually graduated. I'm a grad student technically, but yeah, I got a semester left, so this fall I'm going to be applying to jobs. How many problems have I solved? I've solved 471. I've been pretty consistent with it. So I don't know. I just try and solve. I try and do it every day, and that's what the streams get me going. Working on a 2D shooter, C++. Not a 2D shooter, a 2D top-down like balloon shooter game as well. Trying to learn C++. It's hard to make time to do everything, man. It's really tough with all the shit that I do, but I try and keep making projects. I'm working on this. It's called Rate My Frat. Another project that I'm working on. Just where people can go on. I was in a fraternity in college, so you know, people can come on here and you know, write comments about fraternities and stuff like that. How good are you at HTML, C++, and JS 110? How good am I? I don't know, man. I'm nothing special, dude. I'm probably pretty average. I've been learning C++ for about the past month, maybe nearly 2 months. Been taking it really slowly. My buddy's been helping me, so I take it slowly and do a little bit every day. In terms of HTML and JS, you know, I'm pretty decent. I did a web development course on Udemy. I have a college degree, but I also did this boot camp thing. To be honest, I think I learned more in this boot camp than I did in my college degree. I'm not even gonna lie, but but I definitely recommend this if anyone is interested. Yeah, I learned so much. So, but yeah. What job titles are you currently applying to? You know, entry-level roles, man. Junior software developer, junior software engineer, you know, software engineer 1. You know, just something I can get my foot in the door, mainly. Nothing special. That's the goal, so. I haven't, you might be thinking like, oh shit, dude, has it been like 180 days since you've been looking for jobs? No, I haven't even been looking for jobs this past 180 days. I just do this series just to, you know, keep me accountable and keep me programming. And you know, I love programming. I mean, I program every day, but like, you know, in terms of Leetcodin style stuff, like you know, just keeps me doing it. So, and you know, I feel like doing 1 or 2 problems a day doesn't hurt. You know, I think it only makes your problem solving skills better. So I try and do like 1 or 2 problems a day. You know, sometimes like this problem, I'm gonna come back and look at it. I haven't so you know, I do random problems. So yeah, I've done the Neetcode 150. So I've done blind 75. I've done fucking top 150 most liked. I've done all of them. So sorry, I probably started yapping on about your question, but I hope that answers it. I'm a little confused with this problem description, so I'm gonna get a better explanation here. So we always have 2 baskets, and each can only carry 1 type of fruit, but unlimited quantity. And the longest subarray, whether at most 2 distinct types of fruits. I'm thinking maybe like, could we sort this array? You know, that's also, we could sort this array, and then we always get the most common ones. You only have 2 baskets, and each basket can only hold a single type of fruit. There is no limit on the amount of fruit each basket can hold. Okay. So that I feel like that kind of shows that maybe we should sort this array. Aside from any tree of your choice, you must pick exactly 1 fruit from every tree. including the start tree, while moving to the right. Picked fruits must fit in one of your baskets. Once you reach a tree with a fruit that cannot fit in your baskets, you must stop. Turn the maximum number of fruits you can pick. I'm feeling like 1, right? This could be a greedy problem, right? That's what I'm thinking here. Or 2, I think a sliding window could apply here as well, right? The reason why I think sliding window is because we're given 2 baskets, right? That's a dead giveaway. I mean, we're given a specific amount that we're looking for. And as well, there was another thing here. Starting from any tree of your choice, we need to pick 1 fruit from every tree while moving to the right. So that kind of gave away that maybe it was probably a sliding window too. Took me down. I don't understand the problem. Basically, it's just find the longest continuous subarray that has exactly 2 distinct elements. Okay, so maybe we don't want to sort it, so maybe we want to probably go with the sliding window approach here. I don't know. Let's take a look here. Sliding window approach. So we want to have a left, right, probably. I mean, we can use like a I is equal to 0, I is less than fruits dot size, right? We can loop through. We probably want a max here, right? In max, I guess we can call it. I guess we can call it like res max is equal to. I feel like let's take a look at the constraints. So we're given only positive values here, so I guess we can set this to 0, right? Because we always know there's going to be something greater than 0. So, all right. So we have our res max here. So now we're working with every single fruit, right? So let's think here. How do we want to apply sliding window? I always get so what's the best way we can kind of think about this? I haven't really worked with dictionaries much in C++. I think it's an unordered map in C++. I believe that's a dictionary, right? Is unordered map C++ a dictionary? It's actually very similar to a dictionary. Key value pairs where each unique key is associated with a specific value. This allows for efficient retrieval of values by the corresponding keys. The primary difference that implied by unordered is that it does not maintain a specific order of elements based on their keys, unlike std map, which keeps elements sorted by key. It typically achieves efficiency, average or one-time mixture, insertions, deletions, and lookups by using hash table implementation. Okay. So let's take this. Let's use a hash map here. So std unordered map, we can call it like map, right? Std unordered map. How do we define it properly? Oh, we need this. Need a key value pair. So what are we going to store here? Well, we're probably going to store integers for both, right? So integer, map name, map. Let's leave it at that, right? We have our for loop here. Yeah, so now we got a for loop here. Probably want to call this, instead of I, we can call this right, right? Right plus plus. So we can see this a little better. Aditya, what's up, man? How you doing, dude? Hope your day's good, bro. How are you today? So, okay, so we got our unordered map now. So what would we want to do? Well, I guess we probably want to add our values, right? So to add our values, we would go... How do we do this in C++? It would probably be pretty similar to Python, but... I believe what we would go like map. It's night for me. Oh, that's good, dude. How was your day? Must be pretty early in the morning there then, right? We have our map here. What do we want to put here? Well, fruits, right. Plus we got a 1. The thing is, I don't think I believe we're gonna need, see, in Python here I'd use a default dictionary. Yo, Ethan, dude, what's up? So what if values are empty in unordered map C++? See what goes. It means it contains no key value pairs. That's not really what I'm talking about. Hey Ethan, does this 4 a.m.? Oh shit, dude, that's kind of fuck. That's early or late, I guess. Ethan, when you do this in C++, and like for example, you know, I mean, obviously you can see we're adding plus or equals to 1 to our map, right? What if, hey bro, good luck with today's coding slot. Thank you, Ryan, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Is this going to return an error here, right? Because would we have to check if, you know, this is true? Like if there's something, you know, it can't just be 0, right? Or can we just add it to 1? Like in Python here, we'd use a default dictionary to like automatically set everything as 0, so we don't have to check if it's 0. In C++, like with an unordered map, can we just write it like this? Am I going to get an error here, or it will insert the element with the array operators? So I'm going to take that this works. That's what I'm going to assume, right? I'll just take that this works, I think. I guess we'll just see when I run it, but... Is web development still good in today's era? I don't know, dude. Just do what you like, bro. I don't think, like... I mean, if you enjoy web development, learn how to do web development. You know, I don't think, like... I don't think, anything's good or bad. Like, if you just enjoy it, just do it, dude. If you got a passion for it, like... Here we want to check while... Shit. Unordered map, C++. Yeah, that works. If the map doesn't have the element in fruit counts, right, it will insert a key value pair starting at 0 in this case. Okay, sweet. Cool. Capacity, size, count. This is what I'm looking for. Count returns the number of elements with key k, either 0 or 1, as keys are unique. Find, count. Made my hair here. Okay, this is what I want here, size. Okay, that works. While map.size is less than 2, right? We want to, because we're looking at it's less than 2 baskets, right? What language do you know, bro? And how much time did each took to have a good command? What do I know? I'd say I probably know Python the best. Just from doing DSA stuff. I've worked in Java. I've worked in JavaScript. Pretty confident with like web development stuff. And I'm learning C++. So that's a little bit about me. Been learning C++ probably for maybe over a month, or maybe a little bit less than 2 months. So I take it pretty slowly though. I'm not like, you know, it's not like I'm doing like, you know, 5-6 hours a day of like dedicated like C++ learning, but you know, I do what I can. So I get busy sometimes, like I have a lot of shit going on, so I just try my best to do a little bit a day, you know, that's the goal. But in terms of how much time it takes, I mean, it probably depends on, it's different for every person, but it depends on the amount of time that you want to commit to it as well. But I don't know, maybe how smart you are, I don't know. I feel like I'm a pretty slow learner myself, so maybe for me it would take a lot longer than maybe it would for you. I have no idea, but I feel like the most important thing is just staying consistent with it. I would say. So just be consistent and just enjoy the process of learning. You know, that's the most important thing. So don't want to rush and get burnt out. Fucked in my throat. Okay, so what do we want to do when our count gets to 2? Okay. What are you learning, Ryan? Could you add either mouse open source multi-cursor support to Sunshine server, that each Moonlight client having their own mouse on the computer shared by Sunshine? Dude, I have no idea what the fuck that means, but thanks for the advice. Yeah, all good, dude. What are you working on right now, Ryan? Sorry, Shonenax, I don't know if you're trolling or something. I have no idea what that means, but yeah. Anyway, what do we want to do here? So our size gets to 2, right? When our size gets above 2, we want to remove something, right? We want it to go back to 1. So we probably want to do like map fruits, I guess left, right? We want to go to the next element. Why don't you go towards competitive programming so that Leetcode becomes easier for you? Hey, if possible, can we have a setup tour in the future? Yeah, for sure, dude. I don't know. I'm getting close to 1,000 subs, so I was thinking of maybe doing. I kind of want to do. Once I'm done with this series, like, and I land a job, I'm gonna switch up the content a little bit and do something different. I want to keep doing stuff on the channel. Like, I really enjoy making videos and stuff. I want to do something, you know, put more effort into, you know, my videos and do some cool stuff. So yeah, I've been thinking about it. Competitive programming doesn't get you hired. Yeah, I added. Yeah, I'm not really interested in competitive programming, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really interested in that. I want to help, you know, my friends working on a game engine. So my ultimate goal right now is to get to the level that I can commit to helping them with the game engine, which is Ethan in the chat. So let's go. I'm learning web dev stuff and started a little bit of Python too. That's good, man. Just keep enjoying yourself, dude, and just don't give up, man. Just keep enjoying the process. All right, so we remove left here. Good roadmap, Max. Thank you, dude. I don't know. Just enjoy, man. Just have fun, dude. It's the most important thing. I feel like when you think about, like, you know, getting a job and getting hired, you know, it's like, as it gets kind of like overwhelming a little bit, you know. So I don't know. Just have fun and enjoy the process. I fundamentally misunderstood this Leetcode problem, LMAO. I thought it was asking how many fruits at maximum can be picked from the trees with 2 baskets. LMAO. Yeah. I think it's just I don't know. I feel like it's probably some sort of greedy problem or sliding window. I've done it before, but it's been fucking forever. It's been January since I solved it, so I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the sliding window, but probably want to check here. Probably want to remove it from the sliding window. Remove it from our dictionary here, right? So thinking here. So maybe if map fruits left, right, is equal to 0. Probably want to check how do we delete the element from here? How do we delete an element? Is there a fucking... In C++, I don't know how to do it. Raise elements. Maybe this is what we're looking for here. Finally, someone who uses Java. This is C++, but yeah, I guess closer. How long it took before you had consistent viewership, and did it ever affect you seeing 0 views on live stream or videos? Map.arrays. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, bro. That's actually in India, hiring in top roles are possible with competitive programming only for entry level, so I went that way. Oh, there you go, dude. Goated. Anyway, Ryan, you asked your question. Consistent viewership. Dude, to be honest, this is actually a really great question. So hear me out. So when I first started making these videos on YouTube, I think for the first, I would say, and I'm not even joking, I swear to God, for the first 150 episodes I made on YouTube, so what, 150 episodes, that's like 5 months maybe, right? I think I maybe gained 10 subscribers from 150 videos, believe it or not. And I know that's crazy to say. The only people that were watching my videos was probably myself, like a couple of my buddies from college that, like, you know, were interested in what I was doing, and like my mom. My mom watched my videos too. So one day, dude, it was like the first week of June, like literally only 2 months ago, one of my videos got like 100 views. I used to make, like, if you look back at some of the videos, I made like kind of like raw footage of me just doing Leetcode. Like, no one watched it, bro. Like, I mean, I don't fucking blame it either. Like, you know, I probably wouldn't watch it either, but you know, one day one of my videos got more views, and then I just, like, when I was making the videos, I just started to get more views randomly. I don't know, YouTube just started pushing my shit out, and I don't know, it's been crazy. Now I live stream and I get like consistent, like, you know, 5 to 10 people watching, which is insane, and it's cool. Like, I really enjoy it. So yeah, great question, dude. Thank you. Hey, how is your job search so far? I'm 4th year CS major. I'm worried about the market. How's my job search been? It's non-existent. I haven't even started applying to jobs yet, believe it or not. I always answer this question, but when I've been doing this stuff, I haven't even been applying for jobs yet. I'm graduating in December. So, you know, I've been putting my resume together past couple of weeks, and I'm going to start applying here in August. So for my, I'm looking for an opportunity in January. So hopefully I land a job in January. So that's the goal, because I'm graduating in December. I want to, you know, start straight away. I don't know, man. I would just like work on projects, dude. Just like work on, you know, do internships. Like, I don't know, just put some shit on your resume so you have something to talk about, and, you know, just message people on LinkedIn and just keep grinding, dude. More grace. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Ting. Do people get hired before graduating there? Dude, I don't know, bro. I just, you know, I feel like if I look for a job a few months before, it's probably only going to benefit me than hurt me. So, you know, I just plan to start looking, you know, throughout the fall semester and trying to network and, you know, try and just land an entry-level opportunity. Max, I'm also thinking to post videos and do live streams like this. Can you give some advice from your experience? Fuck, dude. I mean, I don't know, dude. Just put yourself out there, dude. I don't know, I'm nothing good. Like, trust me, bro. Like, there's probably that are watching me right now and they think I'm good at this, but trust me, bro. I'm like not good whatsoever. Like, I would just say, like, the only piece of advice I'd say is probably just like, you know, you're probably gonna think like people are gonna think you're ass or whatever, like, you know, doing Leetcode or whatever you're doing. You know, you probably are ass. You know, I'm fucking ass too. So it's like, I don't know, just don't be scared and just turn on the camera and, you know, just see what happens. So I feel like that's the best advice I could give you. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, trust me, man, there's people in here like way more fucking goated, probably way more cracked than me, but it's like, I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun to talk to people while I do Leetcode problems, and I don't know, it'd be fun. I appreciate all these questions, Ryan. Thank you. I'm leading data engineering job and I self-learned from philosophy master. Keep it up. Work pays off. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you. I try and just be consistent. So I really appreciate all the nice comments from everyone. So thank you. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to this. So we have our map here. We want to do resmax dot raise. What are we passing in here? Const key. This is a reference, right? I think this is a reference. Or am I tripping? Reference in C++. I just want to make sure, dude. I need to. Okay, yeah, that is a reference. Okay, sweet. Resmax.arrays, and then we want to pass in our key, so probably fruits left. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so we have our while loop here. We're taking in two values here. We're removing our left one. We're checking if it's 0, and then we're fully erasing it. How long have you been programming? I mean not in live. How long have I been programming? Like maybe 4 years, dude. But I went to college, so I've probably only really been taking it serious probably the past year or so. So you know, I went to college and I was learning, but I was also like, you know, I was just like a regular college kid, you know, like having fun with friends, and I was never really like fully, you know, locked in and working on projects and, you know, really trying to improve my craft. I was more kind of there just going to classes and, you know, having fun and going to the bar and partying with friends and just doing like what a regular kid does. So I've really been trying to really improve the past year. So I wanted to shift to US, but based on how things are going, it's so unpredictable. Yeah, it is. It's definitely tough. The immigration stuff is tough. Thank you, Max, for your answer, and I really love these series. I may not comment every stream/video, but I have started watching it regularly. Keep it up. Thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate you stopping by every day, dude, so thank you. Go Pleavich, you crazy thing, go. KS8, dude. Thank you, bro. Thank you. What made you lock in? I wouldn't say I really just locked in. Like, you know, I really enjoyed programming. Like, even when I was at college, like before I played video games, you know, I was really interested in programming. I was really interested in learning, and obviously, like, you know, to learn how to program like properly, like obviously it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, you know. You know, obviously, like, I'm not saying like when I was in college, like I was fucking around or whatever. Like, I was still like, you know, doing classes and learning and, you know, wanting to learn and like blah blah blah. But, you know, I wasn't really like going out of my way to like work on projects and like learn specific, you know, languages or frameworks or whatever it is, you know, to, you know, make things. You know, I was just kind of going with the flow and learning and going to class and stuff like that. I just really enjoyed programming, and now like when I graduated college, like again, like I was in a fraternity, and like and I also played Division 1 tennis too, so I was a tennis player. I was super busy with my athletic stuff, and I was also the president of my fraternity too, so I was, you know, doing shit for that as well. So I don't know, I had more time. I graduated college, and, you know, I'm a grad student, and I just, you know, started, you know, doing my passion, and like my passion is programming, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, that's what I did. Hey, how do you LeetCode only, or you also make your own projects? If so, what projects do you make until now? Yeah, I do a bit of everything. I do projects. What projects have I done? I mean, I'm building this thing called Rate My Frat. I'm also working on a C++ game right now using SDL3. A top-down balloon shooter game. I worked on an internship project at where I interned this past summer. You know, I've done a bunch of stuff. I would love to fully learn Python and web dev, but I don't know if AI is going to replace these things. I know it's 1 million question that everybody asks. I don't know, dude. If you enjoy web dev and you want to learn, like, you know, just do it. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be scared about AI or anything. Just like, I just generally like, I feel like if you're passionate about learning how to program and you want to build things, you want to be creative and you want to do whatever, like just learn. Like don't be scared. Like it's honestly really fun to learn how to program, and it's really fun to like put yourself out there and you know, learn as much as possible. You have any good resources for learning or practicing coding? Yeah, I am not gonna lie, dude. I always say this every single stream, and there's probably people in here that see this before. I would 100% recommend this course, dude. It is like $15, right? Has about 60 hours of content. Yeah, 61 hours of on-demand video. I would 100 million% recommend this course to anyone that's interested in web development or just interested in learning how to program in general. You know, it teaches you JavaScript here. It teaches you, you know, all sorts of shit. You know, HTML, CSS. You learn React. Learn a little bit of backend stuff too. You learn about APIs, all sorts of shit. I would 100% recommend this. So if anyone, you know, wants to learn how to program or is interested in web development or whatever, like I would really recommend this. This took me about I think 3 months to finish. You know, working on it bit by bit. I can recommend buying some ESP32 or Raspberry Pi on Oos. Had a lot of fun with those while I was learning to code. Yeah, do what you enjoy to do, and yeah, just like if you really want to, like I feel like a lot of people, you know, I speak about this with my friend Ethan, like I feel like a lot of people, you know, want to learn how to program to, you know, maybe make a lot of money at a specific job or, you know, whatever that is, but like generally, like if you have passion and like you want to learn how to program and you really enjoy sitting on the computer all day, like I fucking enjoy sitting on the computer all day, like, you know, I love sitting here and just, you know, working on my stuff and, you know, spending time on my own and working on code and stuff like that. Like I generally enjoy that. So it's like, if you generally enjoy that and that's your passion, like I would 100% recommend to learn how to code. But I feel like, you know, if you're kind of doing it just for, you know, maybe you hate it or maybe you don't really enjoy it, like maybe it's not worth it. Like, I don't know, like just my 2 cents. But I'm waiting for my final round in Amazon, then I can focus on development more than competitive programming. There you go, bro. I hope it works out for you, dude. I'm rooting for you, bro. Hopefully it works out. Anyway, we are getting super sidetracked here. We have our while loop here. We have statement here. What are we missing here? We want to check our max, right? So we need our max here. Outside of this while, but we probably also want, so we have our while here, we have map fruits minus, if it's equal to 0, yes, we probably want to increase our left by 1, so maybe come here, increase our left by 1. Oh damn, good luck, man. Thank you, dude, appreciate it. Thank you a lot. I really appreciate all the kind words from everyone, so thank you so much. It means a lot. Anyway, how do we check our max? I believe it's SCD max, right? In C++. SCD max. I always forget, dude. Type shit. Okay, I believe we just pass in so what are we checking here? We're checking our probably our res max, right? Res max. That's a great course recommendation, Max. Anything else that could help? I don't know, dude. It depends on what you want to learn. The only course that I've ever done that I would recommend anyone else is this one. And I think once you do this, I think you should have a good idea to be able to, you know, if you do it properly and you spend time learning. I'm actually looking to optimize my learning so that I can do it efficiently. Yeah, just work on it. Just work on it every day. This is the only course that I've done that I would recommend. Roblox. Hey, hi, how you doing, bro? Yeah, I would just recommend this course, dude. Honestly, I would really recommend this, dude. I'd recommend anyone to do it. I haven't really taken any other course I would recommend. What are you doing with the while loop in your code? I'm checking, I'm using sliding windows. So in this problem here, we have 2 baskets, and obviously the 2 represents the baskets. If the baskets are greater than the size of 2, then I'm removing from our first element here. So our left pointer is pointing at, you know, I is equal to 0 here, and then I'm removing it here. And then if it's 0 in our hash map here, then I'm deleting it or erasing it in C++. Why are you doing this if AI can do this? I mean, good question. I don't know. I just enjoy doing it. I don't know. I enjoy learning and I enjoy the problem solving. I think it helps your problem solving too. So it shouldn't be while greater. Should be while greater. Well, let's take a look. Well, mapped up size is less. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, you're right, dude. Thank you for that. I didn't even notice that. Appreciate it. Every day is 2 words. It is? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just made the title, dude. I don't know. No, Max, your code is okay. Thank you, bro, for the guidance. I'll do some research about the course and then purchase it. Yeah, yeah, dude, you should. It's really good. It's a really great course. While map size is greater than 2, is it? Except the greater. Okay. All right, appreciate it. So our left here, we want to do res max. What is going to be our other value here? So what are we returning here? We're returning the... given the user array, return the maximum number of fruits you can pick. What language are you learning? I'm learning C++. The while is a good approach. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's a compound word only when it's an adjective, like everyday occurrence. Okay, appreciate it, dude. Yeah, yeah, I don't know, dude. I just fucking made the title. Like, I have no idea. I didn't even really think about it that much. You need to take the size of the current window and compare it against your old max. Okay, so what? Right minus left plus 1. And what? We probably want to return... someone says... How many Leetcodin questions have you solved? I've solved nearly 500. So, yeah. We want to return our res max, right? So let's see how this goes. Compile error. Whoops. This needs to be right here. Missing a colon, dude. Of course, bro. I believe I need a colon here. Another colon, another colon. Semicolons, yeah. Do you have a CS degree or are you just being an autodidact? To be honest, I don't even know what an autodidact is. I don't know if I should know. Person who is self-taught. Okay, right, my bad. Obviously my vocabulary isn't that big. Yeah, I have a CS degree. I do, I don't know. I probably consider myself more... I don't know. I feel like most of my learning is probably, you know, learnt on my own or with a friend and stuff like that. I feel like a CS degree really only teaches you the theory and stuff, but really doesn't teach you how to code it all. So, I don't know. Probably both. Member reference base in is a structure or a union. I believe. What am I missing here? Fruits left. Member reference base type int is not a structure or union. Oh, I'm not referring to the map. Whoops. This is meant to be map. Max both has a degree and is... There you go. Thank you, Ethan. Appreciate that. There we go, dude. Let's go. Solved it, bro. W. You're calling your raise on res max. Yeah. Thank you, dude. There we go, bro. Type shit, dude. Implemented the sliding window. You're right about that. CS doesn't teach programming, it teaches the concepts. Where did you go to college? where did I go to college, dude? I went to the best school in the entire country. I played tennis at Eastern Illinois over here. I have it behind me. So yeah, I went to Eastern Illinois. You're right about that. CS doesn't teach programming, it teaches the concepts. Yes, I agree. Where did you go to college? I just said that. HTML is a programming language and a strong one too. Let's go, dude. HTML is goated. 180 days, you didn't get a job. How? I haven't even started applying, dude. I just made the series program every day until I get a job. I haven't even, not one day here. Can you solve 200 number of islands or group anagrams? Number of islands. Yeah, we can take a look, dude. Number of islands. Okay, we'll take a look at this one. How much are they paying you per month? I'm in Europe. Dude, honestly, I'm unemployed right now, dude. I mean, I'm a teaching assistant at the university, so I don't know, I'm kind of employed. I work 20 hours a week, so I get a stipend and everything. As AI begins to write code, what becomes the primary role of the human programmer? Dude, probably just the thinking or the architecture of, you know, how you're gonna build the software and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know, it's tough, dude. I mean, it's my last year in college. They pay like 1,200 euro for intern, like 800 to 1,200 if I get a job. That's great, dude. I'm really happy for you, dude. Yeah, just keep grinding, dude. Get that job, dude. Okay, let's take a look at this problem. So we're given a 2D binary grid, which represents map of 1's land and 0's water. Return the number of islands, and islands surrounded by water and is formed by connecting adjacent lands horizontally and vertically. You may assume all 4 edges of the grid are all surrounded by water. Okay, so instantly when I think about this problem, I think about probably BFS here, right? The reason why I think about BFS here is that we're looking for specific islands here. So we have 1, 1, 1. I guess they're connected islands, right? An island is surrounded by water and is formed by connecting adjacent lands horizontally and vertically. So 1, 1, 1. We have 1 here, 1 island. All right, this is all connected. Oh, this is all connected here, right? Okay, so this is 1 island in this case. So yeah. So I'm thinking probably BFS here. How much are you confident to get a job and a good salary? AI right now can give you a lot of syntax, but human still has to fix it. Don't use AI if you don't understand it. There you go. Ahmed says, how confident are you to get a job? I think I will get a job. I think my resume is like pretty solid. I've been working on it. Now I'm happy to show it on stream too. I mean, I don't mind. I'm still working on it, but yeah. I don't know, man. To be honest, I'm not really looking for a good salary for a job. That's not really mainly what I'm looking for. I mean, I know I'm entry level either way, no matter what. So, you know, I'm really mainly just kind of looking for my first opportunity, just like to get my foot in the door. So as long as it, you know, is enough to live, like, you know, right now I'm kind of looking more for like the mentorship and the learning, just because I enjoy the program. Like I just enjoy learning and doing stuff like that. So that's the number one thing for me. But you know, out of college, you know, I probably, at least here in the United States, I probably, you know, I live in the Midwest too. I live in Illinois. So for me, like out of college, I'm probably looking for like, I don't know, anywhere between 65 and probably 70 out of college, 75, 65, 75, something like that. So I feel like that's pretty, you know, entry level for anyone. So anyway, between that, I'd be pretty happy with. So just kind of looking more for the, you know, just the opportunity to work for a great company and to learn, you know, that's my, that's the thing I'm looking forward to the most. So yeah. Anyway, let's implement this. So I guess the first thing here is, what are we going to need, right? So we're probably going to need a queue. So how to implement double-ended queue C++. Can't remember what we have to do. SCD-DQ. Is this the one, Ethan? I think this is the one, right? SCD-DQ. Can call it queue. Thought about a bigger project that you could show off to companies or sell yourself? Yeah, dude. I mean, I've worked on a full project for a specific company. You know, this one here is on my GitHub profile. I mean, if you want to take a look at it, I mean, it's nothing special, but you know, I'm working on a game in C++ right now. I'm working on, you know, this thing called Rate My Frat, where people can come on here and rate fraternities anonymously on the internet. Don't short yourself just because you want to learn. Don't accept low or unpaid internships. Yeah, no, I'm not. I've already interned at like 3 places. Yeah, but don't you only need a regular queue for BFS? I mean, yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, we could just use a regular queue, yeah. Any fave company you want to go to? Fuck, I mean, I don't have any specific targets at the moment. I haven't really thought about it too much. So no, I don't really have an answer to that question yet. Maybe soon. So probably next couple of weeks, I have to start researching. So will AI create more opportunities or will it replace them by reducing demand? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Probably both. AI replace the junior software role in the next 5 to 10 years, to be honest. There you go. How to implement Q C++. Okay, we'll just use this. This will do. Let's grab a queue. Right, we're probably going to need... Let me think. We're going to need a queue, right? We're going to need some sort of set, right? For our visited to implement this. We're going to need... shit, how do we implement set C++? Dude, I just forget the syntax, bro, honestly. Like, std set. Okay, that's what I thought it was. Std set. All right, we want our visited set here. Let's do that, right? We probably want a directions array, so fuck, man, how do you array C++? Okay, I was right. Okay. It's so frustrating going between all sorts of languages, dude. What's everyone saying? It would be competitive because only mid and senior level roles will exist. So the mid's gonna be the new junior. There you go. I think the future being able to vibe code will be mandatory for junior positions just because some higher up will think it's the better way. That's true, dude. I mean, I guess we'll see. Yeah, because why would companies hire junior level programmers to sit in front of an AI? AI will empower programmers to produce more, but it won't replace them. The cost of products will reduce, but it won't drum anyone out of a job. AI agents will be automated and code reviewed by mid-level. There you go, bro. So, okay. So here, so this is how we want to, okay, we want a vector here with pairs for integers, right? Integer, directions, right? So we need our directions array here for our north, south, east, and west, right? So, why do they have it here? Okay, so north would be, so to go up, it would be -1, 0. To go south, it would be, sorry, 0, 1. Whoops, my bad. This would be 0, -1. Then to go, shit, everyone's chirping in the chat, dude. In my company, they hire intern and entry level more. Want to build a hosting brand with me? Would be fun. Yeah, dude, I'm interested in, like, you know, all sorts of projects. You can join. I have my Discord in the chat, dude. I also have my GitHub, so, and LinkedIn. So if anyone, you know, wants to connect with me, probably Discord would be the best. Like, I think we're building like kind of a little community there, dude. We've got like nearly 40 members in the Discord, which has been crazy. So if anyone's interested in joining the Discord, it's in the chat. So talk about all sorts of stuff in there, projects, C++, like Leetcodin, whatever it is. So you'll be high level of skill at the end of the workforce. So I'm in the workforce currently. I can see where this is going, which makes no sense. Maybe different focus on schooling is all, but not more skilled. There you go, dude. Anyway, so this is our what? South? No, sorry. This is north, right? South. We want east, right? East being where this east would be 1-0, right? East, and then west would be -1-0. Right, so we got our directions here. What else do we need? What are we returning here? We need an output here, so let's define our output here. We can have int res is equal to 0. Finds our output. What do we want to do here? How do we want to solve this problem? No, you need to be required to understand for deeper depth and breadth of topics, and the number of junior roles will disappear. Companies don't want to hire entry-level roles if they can instead save money. There you go, dude. There's Ethan chirping, dude. Ethan's chirping in the chat. It's just all about the money, unfortunately. There you go, dude. Okay, so let's think about this, right? If we see a 1, then we probably want to implement that, right? So, let's do, I'm trying to think here. We can probably have like a helper function out here, right? That returns, I'm trying to think here, what's the best way to do this, right? We could probably have a helper function here for the queue, for the implementation of the queue. We could probably do it all in one too. Trying to think here. Using AI is highly energy efficient, intensive. Energy and facilities are the top cost of running a company, even above work. I learned the basics of Python. Now, what do you think I should focus on? I'd say focus on building projects, dude. Just start building shit, you know. Do some Leetcodin, you know, just do a bit of everything. Ethan Tebrovich, how do you come across new topics C++ and learn about them? So they're not going to save money. I don't think you know what you're talking about fully, Nexus 1G. Yeah, bro, Ethan's the GOAT of C++, bro. He's like the Jesus of C++, dude. I decided I want to create a new project such as ECS or Memory Allocator Manager. Let's think here. I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. How do we want to implement this problem? I guess we probably could do a helper function here. I don't know what to do here. Yeah, fuck it, dude. We're just gonna do a helper function. Yeah, let's do that. So how do we want to do this? Then study open source libraries. Being good at C++ doesn't mean you understand corporation and industry, two different disciplines. Bro, can we compete with a tourist yet? I work in the industry. I'm not sure what you mean, Amir, by can we compete with the tourist yet? Let's do this for less than sign. Probably want actually let's do int rows to be equal to what we want, probably grid. How do we do fucking grid.size, right? Grid.size, right? And then we want our cols to be grid 0.size. Is this how you do this in C++, dude? I actually have no idea, bro. Like, tourist is competitive programming GOAT. There you go, dude. You are cute. Thank you. Thank you, Rashik. Appreciate that. The tourists from Codeforces and at Coda, competitive programming, LMAO. Plus, who said startups have to run their own AI locally? They're going to spin up a bunch of Claude agents on a business plan. #1 for years. I believe this should. Okay, that is right. Okay, sweet. C++ is the mother of programming languages. There you go, dude. C++, the GOAT, dude. Let's do our row 0, and we have our rows here, right? Rows, we can do row ++. And then we could go for col, right? Col, oh, this should be cols here. Whoops. Col is less than cols, col ++, right? So we loop through our rows and our columns, right? Going third parties and helping because the company still has to pay all the costs of their time on that AI setup plus profit. There we go, dude. AI taking over, bro. Because it's still cheaper than the fleet of junior devs, if not same price. In 5 to 10 years, it would be more productive to have a fleet of AI agents instead of junior roles. Shit, man. What do we want to do here? So, now that we've done this, SDDQ methods. Front returns a reference to the element. Front, back. Push range. Okay, so what do we want to do? We can do q.append. I guess we could probably just do this all on one instead of having a helper function. I guess I kind of want to do a helper function actually, just to like get that practice with C++. So AI is taking over everything, man. There we go, pencil fry. Probably want to make our helper function here. So how would we do that? What would we want to return here? I probably want an if statement here, right? So if what do we want to check here? Well, if grid row col, right, is equal to 1, right? Because we're looking for ones, but as well, and yes, probably need and here. I like how you are calm, man. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. You need to look at the bigger picture. I'm saying that gradually the junior role will vanish over time. The only industry that I will likely not use AI to this extent is embedded systems such as SpaceX. How long have you been using C++ for? Dude, literally like a month, dude. It's definitely throws me off, dude, writing C++. I used to do these in Python, so it definitely fucking throws me off, like, a lot. But sometimes starting alone gets really boring, especially without anyone to discuss things with. Did you start the series to stay consistent or, like, find, like-minded people? That's a good question. A little bit of both, dude. Hey, bro, I purchased the course. Let's go, Ryan, dude. I'm happy for you, dude. You'll learn a lot, dude. Yeah, so go back to that question. I did kind of both. You know, I started it just to be consistent. Someone asked earlier in the stream, they were like, what was the question? They were like, you know, how was it having, you know, 0 viewers all the time? I mean, dude, literally, like, my first 150 episodes, no one really watched them. It was kind of, and I mean, I didn't really care. Like, to be honest, I don't really care at all. I just do this for fun. But, like, it's a bit of both, though. Probably, yeah, just finding like-minded people. You know, I met a lot of friends through this, like, people that are on the Discord, like, you know, people I talk to, you know, Ethan in the chat, he's been super supportive of my, you know, journey, and, I don't know. So, it's, I don't know, just to find like-minded people, to make friends, and stay consistent. Bit of everything, so. Cost me $648 only. There you go, dude. W, dude. We'll never have a job. No, yes, you will, bro. You got it. How's the job hunt going? I haven't even started, Sam. Haven't even started. Who are you talking to, RawXD? Holy shit, dude. The chat's gone so fast. All right, would you say that you're enjoying the language despite throwing you off? Have you built any projects with it? Yeah, I'm enjoying C++. I've been learning a shit ton. I mean, I'm working on this game right now. I mean, it's not much, dude, honestly. I mean, I'll literally run it, bro. The game is literally nothing so far. I got the, I've been setting up, these are my different entities, dude. And place them on the screen. I'm building like a 2D top-down shooter sort of thing. Yeah, I implemented, these are going to be the ranges for the targets for the shooting and everything. I just got to be implementing all the shooting and stuff like that. But, yeah, this took me, bro, like, honestly, I've been working on this. I've been working on this for about 3 weeks, but I haven't been, you know, it's not like I've been working on it a lot. You know, I work on it about, you know, an hour a day or so. So, you know, I think today I'm going to try and implement the enemies, right? So I'm going to have some enemies on the screen and everything to be able to... That's the goal for today. I'm watching a movie with my buddy tonight, so... I don't know, I've just been working on stuff. This is the function I got so far. I'm building it with SDL3, so... Just for fun, just trying to learn, so... what did someone else say? Is SOD... But yeah, C++ is great. So it's DoD, SpaceX, NASA, and defense contractors will need junior devs. I got tired of searching and just found my own business. There you go, dude. That's the way. They don't really hire junior devs in the first place, to be honest. I just started learning Vue.js. Do you think it's a good starting place, considering I only program in Python, HTML, CSS, JS are all new to me? Yeah, dude. If you're enjoying it, dude, yeah, for sure, dude. I would 100% recommend it. Is pursuing a role as a sysadmin or network engineer future-proof? I have no idea, Insane. I have no idea, dude. Ethan, you're saying TWA doesn't hire junior devs? Making a game is honestly very good. C++ project, in my opinion, especially starting out. Yeah, just trying to learn Truden. Like, that's the goal. So, been working on it. So, I don't know. I'm gonna make a video on it too, dude. I'm gonna make a cool video on it, I think. Again, I told you I plan to take the content in a different direction after I get a job. So, you know, just doing programming content and stuff like that. How did you start with it? Like research about the implementation? For me, yeah, well, I researched about the implementation. I looked at the documentation. Ethan also been helping me too. So, bit of everything, a lot of my own research. So yeah, my specialty is JS, TypeScript, especially React, but I started from web and business logic first principles to learn everything I needed. There you go, dude. I've learned, I've been doing React too. Let me show you. Working on this thing. I'm working on this one too. Rate My Frat. Just a website to, you know, rate fraternities and stuff. Built using React. I've been having fun with it too. I did a web development course for that, so that was good. How long did it took you to complete the course, and how should I watch it? Like, should I code alongside, or should I watch it first and code? They have projects all through it, Ryan, dude. You'll love it, dude. Just start watching it, dude, and you know, just start having fun. Like, just do a bit a day and just be consistent with it. It took me about 3 months to finish. So, sub for UG, appreciate it. ET Valorant clips, thank you, bro. Have you tried templates in C++? Have I tried templates? Not in the project. No, not yet. I don't think so. Oh wait, actually, maybe I have actually. Yeah, I think I have here. Yeah, there you go. I have in the project. Yeah, I'm using a entity component system, dude. I'm using Ethan's entity component system, dude. I would recommend, dude. You guys should check out. I do this every time, dude. Check out my buddy Ethan, dude. He's got chirping in the chat, dude. This guy is the goat, dude. I'm telling you, bro. I'm using his entity component system, bro. You guys should check it out. It's pretty interesting. Where is it? Astra. Here we go. He's been working on it, dude. I'm using his entity component system for the game. He would. he's been chirping on the stream about it. Oh, he's doing breadth first search. There you go, Sam. I am. Yeah, dude. This guy is fucking the Jesus of C++, dude. You guys should go ahead and follow this guy, man. This guy's goated, dude. Seriously. This is a fun one. For larger projects, I'd recommend using either TypeScript or JS Doc. Yeah, I haven't really worked with TypeScript before, but yeah, I definitely should. What's your CPU and GPU? My GPU, fuck, man, dude. Holy shit. I don't even remember it off the top of my head. Fuck, dude. I dual boot. I know you guys are probably looking at this like, holy shit, I have OneDrive. No, I dual boot. I just don't really jump on Windows that much. I'm gonna get a bigger hard drive for this boot, but yeah. Dude, I'm trying to think, dude. Honestly, bro, I don't even remember right now. I think I have like a I think it's a 3080 Ti or something like that. I think is what I have. My CPU. I believe I can just like right click on this now, like go to properties or something. Yeah, this is my CPU. There you go. 32 gigs of RAM. So, you can really use either one, or which one you choose depends on largely on your infrastructure and needs. Yeah, I'm still pretty new, Sam. I've only really been working on my own stuff, so, you know, no expert or anything. Thanks, dude, for your help. Have a W stream, Max. Thank you, Ryan, bro. Appreciate it. The tricky part is that the TypeScript versus JSDoc usually only comes up with late in production, so you can't really tell in advance. TS versus JSDoc debate. There you go, dude. Yeah, I'm not super well-rounded into all that. Again, you know, I haven't been programming very long, so I still have a lot to learn, but yeah. Anyway, we got to get back to this. Let's take a look here. Okay, so we're checking if it's 1, and then we're checking, what do we want to check? If it's 1 and it's in our visited, right? So, and is this, I don't know if this is how you do this in C++. And I know this is how you do in Python, and rocall, I guess, like, fuck, man, how would I do this in C++? I have no idea how to do this in C++. I don't know. 3060 Ti in your description. There you go, 3060 Ti. Okay. Yeah, shit, I didn't even see that. Yeah, I couldn't even remember what I had, to be honest. Fortunately, I'd relatively easy to port code from TS to Vanilla.js or JSDoc or vice versa. There you go, dude. Sweet. SCD set find. SCD set find. Let me check that out. SCD. And visited.find. How would I put in a tuple in here, dude? Is it like, and then, but I want it to not be there. So if recall is 1 and visited and it's not there. Actually no, dude, fuck this, bro. I'm gonna do it like this. If grid row is equal to 1, we're just gonna append it to our queue. Queue.append, we're gonna append row call like this. But we need to open it up here. Shit. Whoops, my bad. If grid row call is equal to 1, and how do we do its shit, it says 36 and your system decent. You have to do SCD set find or return a valid iterator if it's in the set, otherwise it returns set.end. You have to check if it's equal to visited in that case. The hiring thing is that I actually don't know what I'm doing. I'm making websites, but I don't know why I'm typing those codes, if you know what I mean. It's like I'm just copying a bunch of codes and editing them to suit my project. Yeah, you probably have to step back a little bit, Amir, and maybe really start to think about kind of like what's happening and stuff like that. Search for an element that exists. I'm not sure here, guys. I'm not sure here. Do this in C++. But instead using a separate set for visited, you just change the character of the grid to be 0 instead of 1 to be marked as visited. What if instead using a separate set for visited, you should just change the character of the grid to be 0 instead of 1 to mark visited? I mean, yeah, I could. Now that yeah, I am using a separate set here. I'm using the set here for every set that I visited, right? I had a key. Originally, I was going to do a helper function, but now if I think about it, dude, like, I honestly could probably just add every single one to it, right? We add every single one to our set, so maybe I don't even need to check it here. Like, I could just literally add every single one, and then within the queue, I can check if we process that that, you know, tuple. You should be solving more problems from scratch like Max until you're confident you can apply the basics. There you go. There you go. So while we go like while Q here. Oh fuck me, dude. While Q. Right, this is gonna be our BFS implementation here, right? Whoops, BFS, right? You really have to pick what platform to use for learning the flood fill algorithm. Good luck on your journey, Max. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm doing BFS here, not a flood fill algorithm. Ethan Teveridge, TWA's defense contractor. Defense contractor should not be using third-party AI. You haven't found a job? I'm killing myself. No, dude. No, I mean, I haven't even started looking, Brett, so don't worry, bro. I haven't even started looking, dude, so yeah. I'm probably going to start my journey in probably a couple weeks. Anyway. Okay, how do we want to think about this? Well, while I queue, we want to, what? Q dot, I guess, how do we pop in here? Q dot, what? Pop. Q dot pop, right? We want to pop our row. I don't know if you can do this in C++. I'm just going to assume that you probably can until I get an error here. Trying to think if I'm missing any columns, right? So we pop here, right? What do we want to do when we pop? Depends on what you want to learn, so choose whatever aligns best with your interests. Are you cracked at C++? Dude, Ethan is cracked, bro. This guy's cracked as fuck, man. I'm telling you, dude. He's the GOAT, dude. Self-taught legend. Thing is that I didn't study web development, that's why I'm struggling. However, in data analysis, I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I guess it's just because I don't know the fundamentals of web. Yeah, I mean, Amir, like, just try and step back a little bit. I discovered it today, but there's a website called Fafilo that tracks new job openings live. There we go, dude. I mean, I'll have to take a look. I'm definitely going to start my journey soon. So I said that companies like SpaceX, which is mission critical, won't rely on AI. Imagine you get a defense contract or an LLM that the thing starts hallucinating targets for its missiles. Integrity, so junior devs will still have a place. Okay, okay, so we have our row column here. What do we want to do here? Well, we want to pop. I guess we want to check, okay, well, if our row call... No, this is not going to work, dude. I should have this as a helper function, dude. Fuck this, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna do a new function. Queue implementation, passing our queue. What do we have to do? Our type here, I think. What, like std q q? Is that how this works, dude? It's been a while. I don't even know how I did it, dude. Yeah, okay. Implementation, std q, pass in. The thing is, dude, in C++, I don't remember. Fuck, man, it's so tough, dude. I could fucking destroy this in Python, but right now they have a high bar, but that's only because they depend on their other companies. Take that training, they would just start to only hire their interns, actually. Yeah, bro. Instead of paying more money to train people. There you go, dude. Okay, let's think about this. Man, it throws me off, dude, working in C++. Especially with these sorts of problems, dude. Like, I guess we can just probably call this BFS, low-key. Like, probably be easier. Alright, then we want to call our BFS here, right? Grid row call is equal to 1. We call our BFS, right? And we want to check here, right? They will likely just start to only hire interns, actually, instead of paying more than money to train people. Okay, yeah, I read that. Sorry, guys, if I miss anyone's message, dude, like, please type it again. Sometimes I miss it, so I'm sorry if I do. Let's see. Void BFS. What we want to pass in our grid, right? Our vector type char reference grid. Then we want our queue. But I'm not sure kind of how to pass this in, to be honest. SCD queue like this, I don't know. Then we want our int row and our int column. The thing is, well, what is throwing me off about this is I don't know if I'm going to be able to access this visited set from here, because I think in C++ it's all within the... I think I'm going to have to pass them all in, but I'm not really 100% sure. That's when it shows 4 concepts are my favorite C++ 20 feature. Damn, I'm studying for an interview as well. I did this question yesterday. Haha. I hate 2D matrix manipulation. Honestly, Daniel, dude, this is my favorite sort of stuff, dude. I love this sort of shit. I'm trying to do these all in C++. Had one asked at Fang interview and tapped out. Hey, bro, this is my first time tuning in. I just started learning Python last week. Any tips for getting started? Dude, just work on projects, man. I'd also recommend just jumping on Leetcodin and kind of practicing. This is how I kind of practice all my C++ in here. It's definitely been a big switch, trying to switch to C++. It's been really tough for me to do it, so I don't know. Like, I mean, I solved this problem in Python. I think I could do this in 5 minutes in Python, but just trying to figure out how all the stuff works in C++ just kind of throws me off the most. Holy shit. What? I think I'm gonna have to do this, right? Is this how it works? Do I have to do a reference to it? I think I have to do a reference here, right? I think. So I think that works, but I don't know. I guess we probably don't even need to pass in our queue here. We can just call our BFS function and then probably initialize our queue. No, that won't work, dude. No. That won't work. I gotta keep my queue here. Why switch to C++? Just to work on projects and stuff. I want to learn C++. I'm probably, like, if I was to do like programming interviews, like, I'd probably do it in Python. Past visited through reference. Okay. If I was to do these, if I was getting interviewed right now, dude, and I had to do these sort of questions, bro, I should be defined above the line you're using it. Okay. All right, I'll switch that. If I was doing a programming interview right now, I would probably 100% do this in Python, but I'm just trying to do it for fun, just to learn C++, to get more comfortable with it. So you're saying like this, right? I got to define it here. Shit, dude. I got a BFS here. What did Ethan say? You need to define the template parameters for your set in the main function and the queue in your helper function parameters at Max Bleepovich. You need to define the template parameters for your set. Okay. I think... dude, this is frustrating, bro. Shit's driving me insane, bro. BFS should be defined above the line using it, not in a class. You can define function in any order in a class. If you couldn't, you define your private function after your public functions, then you can't use your private functions in your public ones. If you couldn't and you defined your private functions after your public functions, then you could start your private functions in your public ones. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's tough. I appreciate everyone's help, but dude, I don't know. It's tough to read all the messages and think. I don't know. I guess I gotta struggle and just figure it out. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Let me think here. I gotta reset here. Okay, so we have our queue, right? what are we doing here? We're checking if it's 1, and we want to check if it's already inside our visited, right? So let's start with this. Let's check how can we figure this out, and it's already in our visited. Struggling here. For row, for col, if grid is equal to 1. Q dot push. Q dot push. Row col. Okay. So let's push all our values, right? Okay. We're gonna have our Q here. While Q. So while there's something inside of our Q, what do we want to do here, right? So we would come in here, we would we want to check, okay, well, if row col, I guess probably want to check, well, if our, what do we call our set here? If visited dot contains, right? I think that's how we do it, right? Visited dot contains row col, right? Then we probably want to just continue, break this loop, right? Doing an iterative version here of BFS, base case, I guess, technically in a way. Then what do we want to do? We want to loop through, right? For, I believe here, yeah, sorry, I meant to use SSD enable if it is inferior to concepts. I got you. Yeah, I'm glad we agree. Lol. The syntax is quite ugly and the error. Exactly, it's just so, read your code. I'm excited for contracts in C++ 26. Okay, I believe here we use auto. We want for auto, new row, new col. I guess we want to pop from our queue here, right? So first we want to pop. We want to do row col is equal to q dot pop left, right? Pop left. I'm thinking Python, dude. Q dot pop, right? That's what we have here. Q dot pop colon. We check here if it contains. If it is, we already have looked at it, so fuck that one, right? We have our new row, new col in. What are we looking at? Trying to think here. In grid. No directions, right? We have our directions right here. Yep. For our directions, we then want to let's do this NR. Let's call this NRNC. I feel like that's probably better, right? NRNC. Also, I'll BRB. Okay, Ethan. Sounds good, bro. Oh, whoops. Okay, so this is where we want to define our new row, new col. So in new row is equal to, we want NR plus our row, right? In new col is equal to NC plus our col, right? So we get this. Then we want to check our bounds, right? So we'd have to check, okay, well, if new row, sorry, if 0 is less than or equal to new row, but is less than our rows, right? Our rows being what we defined up here. I guess I have to check the difference again, C++ and C++. Multiple distinct purpose address of operator. What about double ampersand? Is that okay? This is the logic and operator. Okay, all right, so we're good. And 0 is less than or equal to new col, but is less than cols, right? And what do we want to say? We want to say and And like, by the way, I believe a recursive solution is a lot simpler. Yeah, it could be, dude. Honestly, it could be. I've solved this problem before. Just Ethan wanted me to take a look at it, so I was like, fuck it. All right, I'll take a look at it. 0 is less than or equal to new calls, less than calls. And then we want to check if it's not inside of our visited, right? But how the fuck do we check that it's not inside our visited? This is what I struggled with before. Hello, Stealthy Coda, dude. What's up, bro? Okay, so let's just add this. So we add every one to our queue. Right, then this is our BFS here. Right? Right, we check here if it contains visited, right? So maybe we can do, okay, well, and visited. Maybe this should be visited. I think we can do it like this, and I don't know if this is valid syntax, dude. I have no idea. Visited dot contains row call. Right, I guess that we're checking that here though. So maybe we're double checking that. Maybe that's not needed. I don't know. I guess might as well check that in the if statement. Not the first time I hear the name Stealthy Coda. I like books, but I find that they get outdated, so I usually also just learn via videos or documentation. Check our row column here. I feel like we're missing something else. We also need to check that it's 1, right? In this if statement here. So we got and here, less than row call. I'm thinking now that I probably don't need this, right? Because I am checking this here. But I'm going to keep it anyway for now. And grid, new row, new call. Grid, new row, new call is equal to 1. Right? Maybe we need this here, I think. I don't know. So we check that it's 1. Then what do we want to do? Right? So we found that it works inside of our bounds. I have a job for you. Give us your CV. Yeah, I have to... I don't have it here on my computer, dude, but let me see if I have it on my computer here, dude. I have no idea. X resume. This isn't my updated one, but this is my resume right here. I mean, if you want to take a screenshot of it, this is what I got so far, but I still have to edit my projects. I got better stuff. I just haven't edited it. I gotta sit down and do it, but let me know what you guys think, dude. I mean, this probably isn't that goated, but this is my resume here, so yeah, bro. I hope that was enough time to screenshot. I guess you can probably clip it too, but yeah, would love any people reach out, so thanks, man. Okay, we check out balance here. Fuck, man. Okay. What do we want to do when we check out balance, right? Really, we need to also increment our count, right? So we got while for if, and here we want to check, okay. Let's see what people are saying. Also, CPP Con is amazing. Yeah, excited for the one this year. Let's go, dude. Gotta go to CPP Con. Unfortunately, I can't attend in person. It'd be legendary, dude. Legendary stuff. Me and Ethan gotta take that trip out there, bro. C++ Con. The Lunar Coders. Hello, dude. How you doing, man? Okay, inside our if here. What do we want to do? Shit, dude. Since we're not having a helper function here, we have to think about how we're going to track this properly. I guess since we're working with our current one here, then outside of our 4 here, we can probably just increment our count, right? Outside of this 4. So I believe we have a count. We have... No, we don't. Oh, we have res, right? That's what our count is, right? So maybe outside of this 4, we can increment our res. Then... what do we want to do in here? Well, we probably want to say that this... We want to add this to our visited, right? So visited dot... I don't know... std... Is there an add function, dude? No, what is the add function, dude? Inserts elements or nodes. Yeah, I believe it's insert. So visitor.insert, you want to insert a row call. I don't know if this is going to work out here, but I guess we'll see. Even Teverich, yeah, that is true. I just finished reading Effective Modern C++, which is 11 years old, but I still found it to be quite useful. If I res here, if res, so every single time we work with a row column, we're gonna kick it out here if we've already looked at it, right? So that should stop from randomly incrementing the res here. We loop with our 4, add our values here. Visitor.insert. Is there anything else that we need to look at? We don't need to append to our queue. Oh wait, no. Should we? Maybe we should. No. First in, first out, right? Queue is FIFO, so that wouldn't work, right? Oh no, maybe it would. Maybe technically it would work. First in, first out here. I have to think about this, right? Again, first in, first out. So if we're thinking first in, first out, so it would be... dude, I don't know if this would work off the top of my head. Gotta be quite hard to focus on the problem while you're streaming to other people. I would probably get distracted. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I get distracted, but I enjoy talking to people too, so... trying to think about, like, it's hard for me to, like, the hardest part is I know how I would solve this in Python, but my C++ syntax knowledge is limited, so it gives me still a little bit difficult for me, but it's let's just see what we get. So we do have insert our visitor here, so maybe am I tripping here, dude? Like, I have my queue here, right? And I'm adding values into my queue. So let's say I have all these values here from when I'm appending all these values here, right? And I come down here and I'm thinking inside of this loop here that we want to append a new queue, right? So that when we come to the top of here, when we go while queue, we're working with the same. Maybe, oh, that's not gonna work, dude. Because I'm appending every single one here, right? This is where I'm thinking I would use the helper function here, because when I see a 1, right, then I'd call the function here, right? And then I'd, come down here and like I'd have the BFS in its own function, right? But I'm trying to think about how I could do it all in one sitting. Maybe we could modify the array, like, in place. Like, I look at 1, and when we've, instead of, I think that's what Ethan said earlier, like, you look at it, and then you set it to 0 once you've processed it. So therefore we don't, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, dude. Oh, dude, frustrating, bro. Frustrating. We've got most of it done. How will we do this here? We got our queue here. See, I want to finish this problem so bad, bro. I'm gonna finish it, dude. Fuck this. I'm gonna finish it. Got res here. Got our while loop here. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back, bro. Brother, try and sit up a bit. You're gonna get stuck. Brother, try and sit up a bit. You're gonna get stuck. Appreciate it. Ring la tingle, dude. Thank you, dude. I probably should stretch a little bit. Man, fuck. Dude, I'm lost. I don't know how I do this. We have a res here, visited. Let's just append for now. Maybe we append our row call, right? And for Q, it's push, dot push. Dot push, we have our res here. Then we have our while. Outside of our while, what do we want to return here? We want to return our res, right? See what this gives us here. Pile error. Where am I getting? SCD set. Why do I have this here? Whoops. Do I have to define what's inside the set here? Maybe I do. Do I have to? Yes, ring. Love back, dude. What's stored in set? What am I gonna need in here? Probably CD set. We want to pair, right? I think that's how. Is that how it works? Yeah. I'm missing a thing here though. Let's see. Semicolons max speed. Oh shit. Expected a semicolon. Where am I missing them, dude? Oh my gosh. So AIDS. Here, semicolon. Error line 15. Can you append zeros to the start/end because all edges are water? Can you append zeros to the start/end because all edges are water? The red line to start. I'm just appending only once for now. The red line to start 15. Use of undeclared row. Oh my god, I'm calling this row. Oh no, rows. Oh, whoops. Int row. Int col. CDQ int. I guess we need a pair here too. What are we storing in here? Pair. Int Q. Is LeetCode required for programming? Are you from New Zealand? No, I'm from Australia, dude. I'm from Australia. Is LeetCode required for programming? No, it's not. You need to find the type of row call. Just want to stop by and wish you luck. It's tough out there these days. Thank you, Microsoft Excel. Appreciate it, dude. Could you send me your GitHub? Would like to check out your ECS system? I also wrote one for a game engine I made a while back and thought it was quite fun thing to implement. Yeah, let me update quick with the latest code. 1 second. Let's see what we're getting here. No matching function. What the fuck is this? No matching member function for call push. Is it different? SEQ methods, dude. Oh my gosh. Push? Dude, what is going on here? Why doesn't it like this? Maybe, I think, is it this that I need? SCD roll call like this. I just finished my high school. Which language should I start with? Dude, whatever you're interested in, bro. I don't think there's any specific one that you should start with, but whatever you find interesting, whatever you want to do. SCDQ and is contextually convertible to bool. It's not contextually convertible to bool. I guess I need it to be. So how can I make this here? Can I do Q? While Q.empty. Is this how I would do it? Like this? Yeah. That's what I think. Undeclared identifier row. In row, in column. Insert an array instead. Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking around with this, dude. Maybe I can't do this. Can I? How do I? Okay, so obviously I can't do this. I need this here. Okay. So pick what you want more like. Certain array. Wouldn't it be easy to write code in something like VSC to get proper linter and suggestions? Yeah, it would. I usually do. I just I haven't. Ethan made like a debug of like a scrapes all the information on Leetcodin and made a debugger so I can work in VS Code. But if you know one language, you can learn another one really easy. Pop returns void, I think. Yeah, I think I have to do Q.front and then I have to return. I have to do void here, so we want Q.front. We want a row. Let's do row call. And then we pop here. Q.pop. I'm thinking Python, dude. That's how I would do it in Python. Should learn technologies and fundamentals of programming. Pop here. Create row and call based on the top of Q and then pop. Yeah, that's what I just did here, yeah. Appreciate it. No matching member function to call. Dot contains std set contains contain method std set. Oh, whoops, methods. Is there a contains for here? Contains. Checks if a container contains an element with a specific key. Oh, I think I need, what is it, like this or? Ah, dude, I don't know what any of these errors mean, bro. What the fuck? What the hell does this even mean? Oh shit, down here. Okay. So that works. So new calls, less than rows. Do I have to like put these all in like parentheses or something? Or I don't know, dude. Visited row call grid. Sorry guys, I don't know what I'm doing at all. Times C++. Let's see. Okay, I don't know what my error is here. What's wrong with this? It's valid in Python, but not valid in C++. Okay, so that doesn't work in C++. So how would I do that? Ah, okay. Okay, I understand. Okay, so this doesn't work in C++. Alright, I didn't even know this was a Python only thing, dude. Actually, I probably should have known that. That's pretty stupid of me, but... New rows less than or equal to 0, and new rows less than rows. Okay, so this checks and balance. Okay, so I believe that should work now for C++. Okay, no matching member function. Visited.insert. Am I misspelling it then? Visited.insert. I believe we need row call like this, and row call here. Holy shit, dude. I think I had an error on every single fucking line, bro. There we go. Okay, finally I'm returning something. Okay. So, we're returning 0 every time. Oh, 4 here. Okay, my changes of staging, Truden. So what if I move this res here? It's gonna get here, right? Okay, why are we not incrementing, dude? Why are we not incrementing when we get here? I don't know. Holy shit, dude. I don't know why this is not incrementing here, dude. I'm not sure, dude. I don't know why this is not incrementing. Epic. To the key. Discover a new island. It causes the explorer island multiple times. You're probably grouping them. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm pushing the wrong stuff, dude. This should be new row. New row. New call. This should be new row. New call. So I'm checking new row is less than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. New row is less than rows. And new call is greater than or equal to 0. Is less than calls. Visitor count is not here. And this is 1. Visitor.insert q.push. Okay, here we want to push row call. What keyboard do I have? I don't know, some SteelSeries keyboard that I got a few years ago. This here needs to be 1 here. Let's see, I just want this to be, so we're getting here. Okay, there we go. Now we're returning something. Okay, output is 3, expected is 3. Astra is the ECS. Okay, I'm going to put this into a helper function because that's the way I'm currently doing it. Instead of pushing here, we call BFS, right? We want to... What do we want to pass in, right? We want a grid, a row, a call, and a visited. Just got recommended for a coding stream on my homepage. Oh, dude, that's awesome, dude. Thank you for stopping by, bro. Thank you for clicking on the video, dude. Call our BFS here, right? But now we need to define the BFS, which is what we were intending to do earlier. Holy shit. We want to void BFS. We want to pass in our grid. So we need to pass in a reference to our grid, right? Let's try this again, right? we pass in our int row and our column, and then we want to pass in a reference to our set, right? So I believe we would do this, but we would need a reference here to our set, right? And then visited. I think that's how it should work. Or am I tripping here? I think that's good, right? Okay, so obviously from my knowledge of C++, I'm pretty sure here that we have to redefine most of these things, right? So we would have to redefine our rows and our cols, right? I believe. I'm gonna check it out. Let's think here. I don't think we have to define our queue here. I believe we can move this, put this over here, put our queue here, get rid of that, remove this. Bet I'd be curious what the benchmark score for what million entities is at 4 components is on your machine. Okay. Let's move this while here. Let's take this code. Get rid of that. So then instead here we have our res here. We increment here, res max plus plus, right? Because we've looked at an island. Then down here, paste this code, right? We define our queue here, right? Which is what we did. We defined our queue. We want to queue.push. We want to push our I think our row and our col, right? And then we want to do what? How do we append our visited? Dude? I don't remember. Visited.insert, right? .insert. We want our row and our col. Then we have our while. Okay. We do all this stuff here. We don't need this check here anymore. We can get rid of that. That's garbage. Right? We pop here. We loop. Check our bounds. Right? Here we check that visited count here. Then what are we going to do? We insert. We can get rid of this. We have our queue.push. Our visited.insert. We push every single time. We're counting. It's not res max. We count our res. We return our res. We insert. Okay, I think this is good. Let's see how this goes. Hello, Maroon Z. Hello. Missing something here. Dude, this has been holy shit. This has been an insane problem. Directions. Okay, we need to define our directions array here. So let's move this and move this up here. Define our directions here. Run our code again. Okay, so now we're outputting 9. Why are we outputting 9 here? It's because we're not checking that it's not in visited here. So now we need to check that. I believe we did that check here. Visited.count. Is this, are we looking at sets? What is count here? Returns the number of elements matching specific key. Why are we checking a count here? I think this should be .find. I don't believe that should be count. This should be find. Come down here and we do a find here. And it takes an iterator, returns const key reference key. What does it return, dude? Well, can we use count here, dude? I have no idea, bro. Maybe Actually, you know what? I'm gonna remove that. Let's bring this back. We have doc count here. Yo, what's up? SE count method is used to determine if a specific element exists within the set. 1 for present, 0 if not present. Okay. Thank you. So then... Okay. So what about find then? What returns the number of elements matching a specific key? Okay, returning 1, 0. Do you have Leetcodin Premium, and if yes, is it worth the $40? No, it is not worth the $40. Jeffrey says, yo, what's up, dude? Just ran the benchmark on my Windows machine. All 4 components iteration per entity 1.83 for reference. That is amazing. Let's go. Let's do an and here. Undeclared, new row. We want row here, and we want coal. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, LMAO, that's impressive. Oh my god, thank god, dude, that's over. Okay. Implemented in C++, that took fucking forever, but we did it. I'm gonna end the stream there, because I've been gone for about literally 2 hours, I think, now, so... Thank you guys for watching. It's been crazy, the support, like the amount of people that joined the stream. Hey, what camera do you use for streaming? I use a Logitech, like just some shitty one off Amazon for like $50. I think it streams 1080p. I think that's the best. Thank you guys for watching. Met so many people today, dude. So stream was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen this many people on the stream. So thank you guys for watching. It's been crazy, the growth. Join the Discord below. Make it a community. True, Dan, you should join the Discord, bro. We can keep chirping about C++, dude. But thank you guys. Appreciate all the love, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So.